is, bro. Those cops could you sleep for that, bro? Could be bomb or live on the side of the street. They're using the ice. Yeah, like okay, so like $2. Yeah, bro. Herbie. That was his name.
I can imagine doing that with a mattress. I think that'd be crazy to be able to see it. I'm not probably like points burning off the bottom.
Yeah. But I mean, if the wheels, I guess, were high enough.
Can you put it like on a
Yeah, well, so we
Bro, is this like my old man look? You know what I mean? Is this gonna be my old man look? That's what I'm gonna be like, an old man.
When we take these drive-thrus, bro. Oh yeah, we brought it because no, we had 2 different kinds of we did it twice. We did it a lot of times, but we were on the first batch. But the last because we had like we put a scooter. Oh yeah, we put a scooter also underneath on the camera so it's handlebars. And bro, we brought it on like the last day of senior year to get it signed better at school. We somehow got to the school, bro, and signed it like right in, bro. The principal was like, so mad. It's like, what the heck is this, bro? It's so good. Bro, I gotta find the picture. Me and Vance lost all of them, bro. If they're on our old phone mission, bro, we're gonna try to find this crazy. No, bro.
the Google Photos touched up for my mission.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it, like,
Yeah.
well done. Ours has been in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play with me.
Dude, I got such a big forehead. I feel like I just realized that. My forehead is so huge.
Every time we talk, on a side note, I'm gonna come back to sport. I feel like I've always been sitting like right on this thing. As soon as I get done, I can hear about like these summer foods.
Yeah, like summer foods, bro.
Yo, yeah, for sure, dude. And I got my channel and I got my friends, bro. It is different though, huh? When it's like not dark outside anymore. Like, look at it. Look how light it is outside. Like, that's how much winter changes here, you know what I mean? Like, during the winter we go through like a dark age, man. We go through like a dark age here.
But yeah, the whole purpose of this meeting, really.
But I mean, it used to get dark like before this time, you know? It used to be pitch black by this time. Pretty crazy. Bro, I'd be having a drink in my hand all day. It's like different, you know what I mean? But I'm always drinking on something. The Last of Us? I haven't. I've heard about it though. I think I've watched people play it on Twitch.
And the cool part about that is that when they sat down, they said, okay, essentially $20. You know, they never charge you because they believe that.
I gotta play more of that Monster Hunter.
And at the end of the day, they believe that.
It's just such a different vibe, like playing that, like Marvel Rivals, because it's like so like, you know, it's so addicting. I feel like it's a really addicting game. I know exactly the kind of game it is. It's like I used to get in trouble all the time. You're picking group, nice. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You just have to have at least like a PS4 or 5 or something, and at least like an Xbox One, and then you can download it or whatever. Look at this weird red spot I got. It's like this like thing on my face that like formed now. It's like it's just there permanently.
Describe it in detail rather
It's
than
weird.
saying take a left and 0.2 miles.
I know, for real, bro. Nah, I get that.
But yeah, so for me, that's why I talk so much about them. Is good having somebody that knows how to do something. You know about that than just a YouTube video. You know what I mean? But a little bit about them. Their name is Michael and Julia. My husband's name is Julia. They're actually from down in South Suburb. Michael, he's actually from West Valley, and then Julia, she's from West Valley. And so, if you know anything about like,
I play with you, man.
Yeah.
Let me dominate.
It's true. Like the way that we grew up, we grew up more like rough side, like came from a broken home. He actually was homeless for a long time, and then he hung around like Nazis.
I'm gonna have to listen to my song again. I haven't listened to it for like a day. See what I think of it now, you know, after it's like I've had some time between it or whatever.
She never really had a word. She was sleeping at it.
See what I think of it now.
When they were telling me a little bit about the background, they showed me what direction.
I think it just changes. I think we just create a different perception. I don't think anything ceases to exist.
I'm like, wanted to actually do that. But it's also cool too because they
I think something has always existed.
especially like he explains it because he says success doesn't care where you're from. Like that is who you become and what you do. Right? Like,
But I think just maybe our consciousness like changes or something.
it's really obviously you have a destination, but you gotta become something to get where you want to go. Right? I didn't even bring my school year. Like, but that's a little bit about them. They got 3 kids. They're actually
Maybe it just grows or shrinks or something, you know what I mean, or something like that.
yeah, so that's a little bit about them. So yeah, that's them. And
Y'all know what? You and me though, we've almost asked every kind of question you can. You know what I mean? I feel like we genuinely like over these last like 4 months or something like that, like we've just gone over everything you can go over. You know what I mean? Like it's just like what more do you even talk like what more questions do you even talk about, you know? It's like, well, that's it. We just asked every question you could or something. You know? Kind of feels like that.
if you're who and why makes sense, then it's like the how and what will always work.
Look at life in its regular form, and by doing that, it makes your life extraordinary. I agree with that.
That's good. Go for it.
The first question that asked me is
I agree with that, man.
success. And for me, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, man. I almost think like
I know, for real.
But
we've seriously just
what does success look like to you?
asked like every question you could almost in our little experiment that we've done here, man.
I feel like to be successful, you know, you have to.
A little experiment.
Like what you do, you have to be passionate about whatever.
I'm gonna have to start asking you questions. We're gonna have to change it up. I'm gonna have to start seeing what you think, dude. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna think of a good question for you.
You know, trying your best, but putting in the work that's necessary, you know, not taking days off. And if you do that,
If you had to describe a black hole in normal language, what would you describe it as?
people are like, success, you know, it can happen.
There's my first question for you.
If we take this chair, really try and work, you can achieve whatever you
A portal? Is that all you think? How does the portal work? Do you think you can like say how you think it works?
Yeah, for real, honestly, though, bro. Honestly.
That's cool because actually, I don't know. Well, how they play success and then
What do you think, man? I'm gonna let you cook, bro. I'm gonna let you cook on this one, man. It works like a vacuum. Can you describe what it would be like going through one? What would you experience if you went through a black hole? What would you see? Death? How would you, do you think it's possible to make a black hole? Do you think it's possible to make one?
Meanwhile, on the flip side, you have all the time. And no money, you just 100 guys sitting across the same ocean all the time. When you have no money to provide to your family, they wouldn't be thankful they were allowed to.
All right. How would you make one?
But that's cool the way they define it.
Give me your most complicated answer as to how you'd make a black hole. Start a big enough fire in space, then when it dies out, it'll form a black hole, right? I don't know. I'm just wondering what you think. You know what I mean? I have like my thoughts. I have like my thoughts about it. You know what I mean? But I was just like, you know what? Like I already think that I've like tried to answer all this stuff. So I'm just like genuinely curious, like what someone else thinks. You know? I've like already tried to do all this stuff. Like seriously, like in my life, like that's what's published on my YouTube channel is like me trying all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like trying to do it like on my own. But whatever you think, man. I'm just curious to see what you think is like, you know, what you think would do it or something like that. Is all I'm thinking. You think it's possible to time travel? Like I have all my answers to this question, but I'm just curious. Will the entire universe turn into a black hole in the end? Maybe it's like all books turn into a cover or something like that. All books turn into like a binding. If I was to like add on to that somehow, do all books turn into a binding in the end? Like are all books just placeholders for other books? Kind of thing. Does the universe just turn into its own like shell? Or its own like ring? Its own boundary? I think the book one was a good one though. Like do all books just like does every book just become like the binding of a book in the end? I'm asking you about time travel now though. Like do you think time travel's possible?
Yeah, I've heard it. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of more the what kind of realm. Looking at this thinking of realms.
I like it.
This map is. This picture is inspired by but that's kind of like more of the realm that they look at. I don't want to say. That's kind of more fundamental to money. And alongside with that, I mean, obviously it makes sense. Would you be open to being educated by those that are successful in that area?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, because time is singular, state of reality, it's still the past and it's always the future. But do you think that there was a place when it was like time started? Do you think that though? Do you think there was a place that time started?
With anything.
Yeah, no.
And kind of going back to if your grandma came up to you and said, Brady, I think you have to play basketball. You know, okay, I know you play high school basketball. I know you probably got to get freaked out. But then LeBron James pulled up and you said, keep you going to go to Brady. You're like, yeah, it's all right.
Peace out, girl.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, there's no fruit on the tree. I'm sure grandma has the apple tree. She doesn't have the basketball tree either. And same thing, just with your mom. Yeah. What about your dad?
Nah, I mean, that's my dad, bro. Dad did the.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. That's funny, man. I was gonna say, then what do you call, like, what was outside of that? That was gonna be my next question. Is what you would call that? Is what you'd call outside of that place? Would it be timeless or something?
Would you take like cooking lessons from her?
What do you think God is?
What if she wasn't a good cook? What if she made, I don't want to say more sexualized from your dad, but what if she made sexualized and didn't even look
It's
like
your time, Biggs.
That's just substance.
You've asked me these questions a million times. Yeah, what do you think God is, man?
I will, bro, dude. One time at Scouts, there was this dog food up in the campfire we went to. And it was raining, so I was dog food. I told my buddy, I was like, I need $20 to eat that. He ate it throw right after the soul. Anyway, so I was just like, yeah, dude. I had to. He ate it. I really swallowed it.
No,
That was my bad.
nah, you're all good. You're all good. Or that's funny.
This guy guy's good. Or
On to the next. Sorry, I'm like,
no, it's chill.
I get off track just like you.
It's so easy.
I'm like, this is why I'm rubbing you so it's just like, let's go down there and check it out.
Yeah. It's like comps, you get along with the comp counts, bro. You don't even study, bro. You just talk.
The fourth question is more, I'll kind of explain it because I didn't really understand it when I first asked it. Maybe I don't understand how it's going to be shopping. But fourth question that I asked is, are you more preference focused or results focused? Or results focused or preference focused? And I was like,
So do you think, like,
and they explained it by saying, you know, at the end of the day, if somebody's preference fixed, that means they have like a goal or an ambition or vision or something that they want to accomplish. But they're more focused
maybe,
on-
do you think it's like that thing that's outside of time then? If my next question for you was to be like,
I like to
all right, then what's outside of that time? Is that like what God is?
if you wanted to get to the Emerald City,
Whatever would be outside of time?
to take the elevator. She was so focused on taking the elevator that she wouldn't even look at any other way to get to the cloud. And that including a lot of children, a lot of lessons as well. And not to say that was that was obviously further possible, but maybe the elevator then end up leading to the city. Maybe one of the members said she got on the flip side, it's like the results of it is like somebody's so focused on getting to the wizard, they're so focused on getting to the wizard, if they move the bushes, if they go across the road, if they have to swim from the river, they're willing to do anything it takes as long as it doesn't compromise the bike to actually get to where they want to go. In the sense that they, for example, say that I was staying right next to the straws and want to get over there to the chairs. It's like a perfect place for us to do. And I'm going to have fun doing it. And you can have fun with it. But I'm going to have fun, so I'm going to stay right there. And I'm going to decide, oh, wait, now I see one of my mates and they get distracted. They're more prone to distraction because they want to have preference. like put their head down, like 7 days off, they take a step out, step out, step out. And then they get there, and they're like,
Or do you still think that that's like
say hi.
a failure in trying to describe
I
it?
don't know if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
You know?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense, bro.
So, yeah, if you were to say which one you're which one you're more, or maybe even stories are reasonable. Like,
You think it's just like unexplainable?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
Like I can't even like try to explain it.
I think it's important to, want to have fun and, enjoy the process, like the 76 years, bro. They really work out. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you're trying to get somewhere. It's like, if we suddenly come over or bring a bowl of ice cream, I'm not really going to care how I get there. I want to get there, That's my angle. So I'm probably definitely more like result fixer. Yeah, definitely. Like, obviously, the process is important, and stuff, but, like, at the end of the day, you're just going to do the reality, and when you get to where you're like, oh, sweet. So, like,
You think time is an attribute that life has, just like air is something in life to experience. So time is something that God controls, just like air. But I think it is not complex at all.
Every time she texts me, bro, we just have so much going on. Like, she just sends me like minimum 6 to 15 buses, bro. Like, so that's why I came up the other time.
Do you think drugs are all bad?
So that was just funny, really.
I still love that, man. That's like, it's cool because you're actually like, I like this shit.
Do you think drugs and alcohol are all bad?
I don't know what that means. I think about my keys though. Like, he's after a day after seeing him, I'm like, not in a bad way. I don't
Yeah.
About it, right? But man, like I think about him. You know why his habit is so big? Because he's like willing to do anything to get
Yeah.
I call it beauty. What's the price? Your dad is blessed with life. He's willing to do anything to get to where he needs to go. Regardless of how it is. I love that you have gratitude. For me, I was like, this is funny. I was like, so when I was talking to my friend, I was like, let me go smell.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not necessarily trying to impress them, but I want to make sure that actually works. We're trying to money to actually talk to them. I was like, I think I'm bugging. And they were like, okay, what? And I was like, shoot. And I was like, cool. So then I compared that. I was like, I played waterpolo in high school. And I was like, for me, like, I really like the person, but I also like the thing. I always love the feeling of winning. But for me, I really enjoy practice. And I was like, let's dive into it. Let's hear about it.
I think God and the engine that runs reality is the simplest thought ever, and we can't understand it because we have passed its threshold of understanding. That's kind of cool. I kind of think similar in some ways about that actually.
It's cool to win against a new guy. They looked at me and said, man, you don't need to step on your toes. You think the results fun. And I'm like, why? I'm like, you like the feeling of winning.
Yeah, I get that one.
They like the results, right? And I was like, and it's cool too because I've never had somebody like willing to help me to crush that.
Do you think drugs and alcohol are bad? Is my next question.
I'm like more of a, I don't want to say well-being, that sounds like bad, but no, the next thing. Anyways, this last question is my favorite. I guess it's curious what it's about. They asked me to, I'll send it to me, they asked me the question, because it's a question that I often come back to, and kind of why. Why do you want to get there? Why do you want to get there? Why do you want to get there?
You think food is bad? Explain that one to me. Think food is bad? Explain. What's your explanation behind food being bad? I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just wondering what your explanation is. I want to hear it.
I'm just like, no, we ain't there yet. It could be, but it's way too early.
Hey, they came by us, bro.
I came back.
That Hanzo did.
Oh,
Hey, you couldn't get up. You couldn't get up. Got me trying to break some time.
yeah, bro.
Life man.
But no. I can be serious, but there's always a joke in there.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I know me too, bro. I feel that way. You and like Grant, yeah, you guys are all like that. It's nice to have people like that. Especially when they're stupid jokes, they still laugh.
All right.
That's like, that wasn't really funny, but it's the fact that
Fair enough.
Like
I asked you a question, you gave me an answer.
And we're going to concert.
Um,
I said I go take no take back, so I was like, all right, but I'll back take. So there's those two.
Do you think angels have sex? That's one. I thought you might like it. I thought you might like it, man. I thought it might be interesting for you to try and like, I know the process, it's kind of hard sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, angels do. It's cool, yeah. All right, yeah. I just thought I was like, you know what? Like, I almost just thought I've answered every question, and maybe it's not the correct answer. You know what I mean? But it's like I gave it my honest answer.
I was solid amount of money, but I don't know if that makes sense. There's probably other things that I think people are kind of like.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, you know, you just asked me that question about consciousness, and I was like, I feel like I've answered this. Like, I was just like, I wonder what he thinks. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like I was feeling like you were asking too many questions. I just felt like I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a little bit of a time for change or something. Maybe it's a little bit of a time for change. You know?
Bro, I think the same thing, bro. I hope they know I'm serious when it comes to certain things.
So I was like, yeah. Thought you might like it. Let me see. Let me try and think of another thing you've like asked me that's like similar but not the same. You know. Do you think we all experience different realities, or we all experience the same reality? Do you think everybody exists in a different reality, or do you think that we all exist in the same reality?
Those type of questions that you ask with your buddies that are tuned in and
Yeah.
obviously I know.
I was curious.
I was like, this is actually like helping me question some people not in the sense of that I was goofy in the sense that actually I'm the really out of it.
Yeah.
And it was cool to say the way that I went there, I was like, I don't want to retire my dad. I want to be able to make sure he doesn't have to work. I want to be able to bless my siblings. I'm really five, so I want to bless all of them. My nephews and nieces. I remember back in side story, but back in it relates. I remember me and my dad.
Yeah, I'll ask that one more time just in case you didn't hear me. Do you think we all exist in this, we all experience the same reality, or we all experience different realities?
And we just were there for the weekend. Like we were just there for the weekend. I was like, dude, I'd love to do this. I always feel different now, especially here in America.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been able to pull up my
Social team, it's usually us too. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
we're a social team, bro. We're juggernauts, dude. This is what it's like to take a philosophy class. They ask you stuff like this. This is like if you walked into class like one day on the whiteboard, it might say like, do we all experience the same reality, or do we all experience different realities?
Yeah, that's like a big motivation. That's like.
Or is there a mix of the two?
You know? It's kind of weird. I like think about my kids.
We exist in the same reality, but it's different when you have activities. Like rich people do more than poor people. Health people feel different than sick people, but it's the same platform. Gotcha. We experience different things, but in the same thing. Is what you're saying, I feel like.
Besides the actions that you're gonna do. can't care less. You
Yeah.
can talk about your mission, you can care less. But it's
I got that.
it's gonna be really right now. What makes, honestly, your mindset makes sense, and I feel like there's food is still.
Do you think everything in the universe is connected? Do you think everything's connected or no?
Like, man, I guess it's a mission. They go like maybe, when you're talking to a member and you're beginning to say something to them,
Yeah.
and like, you know exactly what the conversation is about, but
Yeah.
you're still in that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's very good.
I know, facts, bro.
You're like, I don't know if we like cut off your conversation because the other's like, hey, you know, we were something, you know?
Yeah. Bro, God knew not to put me in the life savings. I won't make it.
You would have been great though.
Yeah, bro. That hard, bro.
What is it? Police, man.
Yeah, I feel it.
Can't go home, can't go home.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the mindset makes sense. And at the end of the day, they don't necessarily look for a resume or look for an achievement. They really look for that, look for like, and the really see the first, but before everything somebody told me that, what they wanted to kind of do, they were like, I don't want to look really at, but there's something. They're actually better than But, you know, give a little bit more insight to their life.
Yo, what's up, COD?
Like 3 characteristics.
We're just trying to uncover life's questions. You're back. What's up, man? What's up, dude? Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, remember you talked about like being a Walmart bag or whatever, right? Didn't you talk about being a Walmart bag? Yeah. Yeah, I remember you. We're just hanging out. Bro, I was yapping yesterday though. That same guy, who was he, Riley or whatever, he came on, he's like, bro, you're yapping. I didn't see your answer, no. I didn't see your answer, Biggs. It didn't show it. Yeah, COD, we're just hanging out, man. This is just our chill time. Like, I don't know, we don't have any like requirements to be here, you know. But I just asked Biggs if he thinks everything's connected. What do you think? Do you think everything's connected, COD?
Yeah.
We're trying to unravel the universe. Yeah, you do. You think that the universe is considered like bacteria or atoms in a larger life form? Dang. So do you think that there's like bigger life forms that are other universes, but they're like a part of other life forms then? So do you think that there's like another universe, but it's like a part of a different life form, but they exist in like the same universe? You know what I'm talking about? It's like our universe is in one life form, but then COD, bro, you're a master at getting your messages flagged. That got flagged. Your message got flagged for spam, dude. But yeah, Biggs, do you think so? Like you said, you think our universe is like a bacteria of a larger life form. So do you think that there's other life forms in that life form's world that's a part of an even bigger universe? You know what I mean? Like, does that life form have other life forms in its world? Or is it the only one? Where does it ever end? You know what I mean? Does it ever end, or does it just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger of everything? You think our universe isn't the biggest thing, but when you look at it like that, where does the size from stop getting big? Yeah, I get that. Because then I think that what the interesting thing is, like if you think that everything just keeps growing in size, eventually it almost becomes like a universal size, kind of. It's like eventually it's like there's like actually measurements of things, because it's like what a shape is or something. Yeah, you can see COD. We're just bullshitting around, you know? We're just like bullshitting around. Let's see, I got one more for you, then I'll probably go. All right. Let's see. What do you think the future is? Is it like a thing, or what's the idea of the future? What is your idea of the future? That's my last question for you today. What is your idea of the future? I got that. I understand what you're saying. But then all I was saying too was like, do you think that then like those life forms have other life forms in their world too? Like if we're a part of a bigger life form, it's like, do those life forms have other life forms in their world? So it just always gets bigger? Like everything just always gets bigger no matter what? It just infinitely keeps getting bigger? Everything does?
He's from like Logan, bro. I don't know. He gets a wax place, bro. That's where I got it, because I was like, dude, it's like I got it from him, bro.
There's many sizes and life forms. All right, that was my question.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, my last question was, what is your idea of the future? What do you think the future is? Like, is it a concept? Today is Dig Deeper Day. Yeah. Is like the future a concept? Is it like just an idea? Is it like, what does it mean if it's a concept? You know what I mean? Or does it actually is there like some designated structure that the future actually has? Like, is there something that the future contains that is like solid, that we can like designate as the future? What do you think the future is?
Yeah, I was like checking my pockets for us, like,
Oh yeah, and there's like a chess tournament going on in the background while we're doing this too, so it's like perfect. We like perfectly fit in here. We're like over here talking about philosophy, and they're just playing chess over there. So yeah, what is the future?
Thank you.
The future is time duration that hasn't happened and will always come. The future can be erased completely. I like that time duration part. That's kind of interesting. I think you have to specify it as a time duration. Like the duration is basically, you have to have that, because it's like the idea the future always has a future, you know? Oh, it can't be? Okay. All right, man. I got you, bro. But yeah, we're like asking all these questions and they're like playing chess in here. So anyways, I'm going to go, dude. Thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for hanging out for our coffee time or whatever, you know. It's been great. Yeah, no problem. I'll ask you more questions now. I just thought, I was like, you know what? Maybe I think I've said everything I kind of want to say. I was like, you know what, universe, like, I think I've said enough, you know, or something. So I was like, I kind of want to see what somebody else has to say a little bit. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with what I've said, so it's like I just want to see what someone else has to say. But figure out the inevitable. Too true, my friend, too true. All right, I'll see you later, K-Biggs. I'll see you later, man. Bye.